check presentation for the library thing. So what's that gonna be like?
Dick is going to handle it, I believe. I have the check right here
Perfect.
behind us.
Yep.
So as far as I know, he's yeah.
Yep. Did mine cash?
I haven't heard otherwise.
It's the guy that's out there talking to Rob. That's
Justin from Holland. Yep.
Is he here to speak about anything or just
I
for a study?
think
He's doing these studies.
yeah. That one or the water. Is it the water meat number? What is that?
What I mean, this one?
Is it number 10?
This one? Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe 13.
13?
The traffic study.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know if he's going to talk, though.
Okay. Well, we'll see if he wants to.
That's what I heard. Yeah, that's cool. Right.
All right, we ready to get this party started?
Is it time?
It's
1
just-
minute.
We have like 30 seconds.
You want that?
All right. You ready?
Yes. Rob, are you still there?
Yep, I'm still here.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Good evening, everybody. Regular council meeting, July 19th. Roll call. Well, first, pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call, please.
Rob Archibald,
Here.
Jerry Moinkle,
Here.
Steve Dotson,
Here.
Amy Wickendall.
Here.
Approval of the agenda.
So move. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Approval of the consent agenda.
So move. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Citizens input. Is there anybody in the audience that would like to approach the mic and talk about anything that's not on the agenda? If not, we will continue. And reports. Council members, Dennis, myself.
Couple items.
Good.
Attended the Lynn County Crime Stoppers board meeting yesterday evening. They wanted to remind everybody that their annual fundraising golf tournament at Hunter's Ridge is August 17th. They still have openings for Portland and also for host sponsors. Also, we voted on one of the tips that was called in for a felony warrant arrest on a person, and that resulted in a $250 payment to that person that It was a good tip, and the agents, the U.S. Marshals went in, and the rest of the guys did. Also attended the water board last night at the liaison. There was a discussion of the water department rules and regulations, chapter 90.3. They want to add sentence number 6, which no wells constructed, exception, or geothermal wells, as outlined in the Hiawatha City Ordinance, chapter 152. And then also talked about the 2 new farm hydrants were installed on Workwood Drive as part of the storm sewer road rehabilitation project. And then thirdly, we had an open house on Tuesday evening with the Edgewood Road extension. We had representatives from Anderson Bogart Consultants, Cedar Rapids. Of course, our John Fitch, our city engineer, was there. Over 100 people showed up, it was well attended. A lot of good questions to staff, a lot of good comments. And I was there, as well as a couple other council members. Of course, Bill was there. And then a lot of great
Yeah,
feedback. from
good
the
feedback.
citizens. So that was good to see. That's all I got.
I attended the HEDCO meeting this past week. Main discussion was the coming Hiawatha Summit and discussing format and location. Also discussed was a recommendation from a committee to find a representative, possibly senior, or I don't want to say senior citizen, but retired individual that could give us part-time to be a lead for marketing Hiawatha and to be a point person for the board. And they would report directly to the chair and also participate in the meetings. So that's gone back to the committee to discuss the possible compensation for this individual, and we'll hear more next time.
Great idea. Great idea. Dennis?
I just have one minor thing. I did get an email, and I did want to re-share it with the council here tonight and the people and thing. I got an email from Eric Hansen, co-host of the Morning Scramble. Had forwarded on an idea that there's a traveling Smithsonian exhibit looking for 6 small communities in Iowa of 20,000 people or less to host the exhibits. I think it would be a great idea for Hiawatha to apply for this because I think it would be excellent to have such an exhibit in our community. So that's all I got.
Absolutely. Just a couple of things I want to just touch upon. We've done a press release. I want to make sure that we get it out there again. Emmons Street, right out here outside of City Hall by the railroad tracks, will be closed beginning next Tuesday. Be closed for approximately 3 weeks, and that's to finish the rail quiet zone out there that we've been waiting a few months on. Next 2 items. It was a really good week for Hiawatha. We did the bid openings for fire station number 2 this week, and the bids came back very favorable. So it took a lot of work from everybody involved to get to the point that we were. We had a meeting this morning. Overall, you'll remember that there's 3 projects. There's the fire station 2, then there's some remodeling up at fire station 1 and a fire training center. The total budget for all of those, we are still slightly under. So that was good information to get back this week. And then during the derecho, it came to light that there were maybe a few things that we could look for and apply for some grants. And I know Marty from the water department and Jamie, our policy administrative assistant, had put in for some grants for some generators. And we got notification today, or this week, I should say, that we were successful in 4 $100,000 grants for 4 generators. So $400,000 grants, those are no match. So there is no city contribution to that. We are going over the finer details of that, but it is very positive. I know the library received their letter. And we have 2 that are going to be in well houses, 1 at a pump house. So really pretty exciting stuff.
That's awesome. Great. All right.
I
Anything
just wanted to
else?
make 2 comments if I could.
Yes, you can.
Oh, thank you. The first one, comment on the parks report. It's really exciting to see that we will soon have a restroom facility and a pavilion out at Turtle Creek Park. So there's a lot of exciting things happening out at our newest park. So that's really exciting. And the second one was on the fire department monthly report. There's 5 volunteers that have earned either an enhanced EMS certification or a new EMS certification. So that's really exciting, especially since Chief Powers notes their call volume's up 17% since last year at this time. So really great to see those volunteers expanding their knowledge and being able to put that to use with those increased calls.
Awesome. Thank you, Rob. Anything else? Anybody? All right, we're going to roll on to business. The first on our agenda is the check presentation from Mr. Olson on the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. And wow, what an achievement. Come on up, Dick.
Got a little more than just the check presentation.
Yeah,
I'd like to
bring them.
give an overview of the program.
Yep.
Which Neil's going to do, so let her do that.
Yep.
A little quiet.
I just talking to them.
There you go. Now it's working.
Quick voice. Okay. We were here 2 weeks ago talking about the Dolly Parton Imagination Library and the opportunity that we have because Dick and Carl Seffel and Tom Patterson came to me and the city council and friends with an idea of being able to join the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. What that is a free gifting program from the Dolly Parton Foundation. It gives and mails to each child in Hiawatha 1 book per month from ages birth to 5. There's no requirements for the parents. It's completely free to the families. And the funding will come from the Dolly Parton Foundation. They will nonprofit and they will partner with our Friends of the Library organization. We have to have a 501c3 involved in this. The books that the children will be receiving are high quality, they're age appropriate, they're vetted. You can find the titles, you can find everything about them anytime you want. Dolly Parton Imagination Library, the total number of children registered in the countries that they serve is 2,499,700. And the number of books given is over 211 million books. Here in our area in Lake County, Cedar Rapids, Marion, Ely, and Lisbon are the only libraries that have the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. A lot of that has to do with funding sources and sizes of communities, whether things are on a scale that they can afford to fundraise for. Our estimated cost, based on information from Dolly Parton Library and information that we've gleaned from the other libraries in our area, our estimated cost for years 1 through 5 is $22,900. There's a certain amount we would pay the first year. It would increase each year as we hope participation increases. At some point, the children will age out of the system. So we're adding new children and graduating children at the same time. We expect our participation at some point to plateau at about 65%. And the annual ongoing cost at that level will be based on 380 children for 12 months at $2.20 a book. So $10 $10,032. And that's the cost of the ongoing. Keep in mind, these are all projections, but we think they're really accurate and good projections for our community. One of the reasons that we had not yet started this program, because we were looking for a continuous ongoing funding stream for this. You can see we don't want to start and not be able to finish the first 5 years. Our Youth Services librarian, Alicia, has started this process. She's been in contact with the Dolly Parton Friends Dolly Parton Imagination Library folks, and has inquired about things and helped us do our research. And so it's been an ongoing thing. We will also have probably a campaign on our website in addition to the fundraising that we've done. I think at this point, I'm gonna stick them up, your turn.
Before I get into the check presentation, I've been fascinated by the research. And Janelle, I don't know if she mentioned, but the program is targeted to the 0 to 5 age population. And the reason for that is 90% of a child's brain is developed by the time they're 5 years old. And one of the things that really fascinated me, because I had to double check the numbers, is a 5-year-old noodle has 100 billion brain cells. Numbers stunning. Nearly 80% are in the cerebral cortex, the zone that constructs language, math, memory, attention, and complex problem solving. That's why it's critical that we support the healthy development of children. And one of the ways that we can do that, of course, is through reading to increase literacy rates. Janelle alluded to the fact that one of the issues that the library is concerned with, not just the libraries, every department in the city, obviously. Having been on the council for 20 years and looking at these people here, it is common knowledge that the city is, no question, project rich and cash flow. So it's just a whole budgeting process that we go through every single year, and some's allocated here, some's allocated there. But the bottom line is, this program was meant to be introduced 5 years ago, probably, when Cedar Rapids launched theirs. 3 years ago, when Marion launched theirs. So it struck me that knowing those kinds of situations with budgeting, that maybe there is something that we could do about that. So I had this brainstorm, and at my age, they hurt. I thought maybe we could form a founders club to raise the funds for this program. And so I approached Mayor Bennett and said, hey, Bill, do you have a loose $1,000 around that you might want to kick in? I'll kick in.
Did that check cash? No.
The checks here. And then I approached Dennis to get some feedback from him, because really, I'm unofficial now. So I wanted to get the green light from Dennis and his group. And I did get the green light. So I set what I thought was a fairly lofty goal. And that lofty goal was to fully front load the program for 5 years, which is about $23,000, $22,900, something like that. And I did what I did when we did the Neighbors Helping Neighbors campaign 15 years ago to raise funds for the city of Cedar Rapids after the flood. have a list of people, kind of look at the list and say, you know, they were pretty generous before. So we hit that top list. And I am absolutely amazed and continue to be amazed at the generosity of our business partners, and not only our business partners, but
Citizens.
our vendor partners. There's a symbiotic relationship between those two communities and these people here. We help them, obviously with TIF and things like that. So they're pretty responsive. We qualify that, they're extremely responsive. It took about 10 days and just making calls to these people. Now, think about it in terms of the businesses that I approached, the Crystal groups and some of the other larger groups. They don't just cut checks every day on a whim. But we were able to get checks from 26 businesses. Jenna, you wanna- And I'd like to, for the public record, and because the council meetings are recorded, I'd like to read the list of people who were so generous. And if I could, I know not everybody's here, but when you do hear your name, if you could come up here for the check presentation. Almond Design, Joe Almond. Alliant Energy, Emily Kaiser and Leah Rosenberg. A1 Storage, our known Mr. Bill Bennett. Brent and Dawn Cobb. Chad Pelly. Dave Wright Neeson. Hawkeye Electric, Tim Wilson. You can always count on Tim. Kyle and Patty Coons. JP Gasway. Scott. Up there? Yeah. Unhesitatingly said yes. Hawkeye Communications, Pat and Kara Callahan, up there. Jungie Auto Group, Jason Jungie, CRG Toyota, Chris Langers, Crystal Group, Holly Trenery, Cedar Graphics, Austin Hybrid, Metro Studios for Caton, Farmer State Bank, Steve Neighbor and Wesley Smith, Dancers Edge, Charlie Vogel, Rapids Reproduction, Brad and Jerry Mullen, thank you very much. Soul Lane Architects, Al Buck, Shai Cattery, Justin Campbell, Lisa Jepson, and our city attorney, Mark Commenter, Darius Cullen, Pamela Shackles, Doctors Mary and Chris Sherman, Ivan Adams, Marty Hager, Jamil Weeks, and my wife and myself. So, yeah. Okay,
Just talk right into it, not amplify, is it? Yeah, so, hi, I'm Alicia, Maple Street Services Library and Hiawatha Public Library. I'm so grateful for this, for your initiative, fabulous. This is another great tool in our early literacy chest that we already have at Hiawatha Public Library. What a great tool. One thing I don't think was made clear is Dolly Park Magic Community Library is, hi, zip code centric. So this will serve those at the 52233, all right, not the, whatever the Beverly Hills is. This is our Friends President, Tom Fraley. Jan Rieger, you want to stand up, friends? I'm going to introduce all of you. Jan Rieger is a member of our Friends. This is Kathy Steve Person, another friend. CJ Flynn, friend. Nina Lau, great friends group at the library. And, thank you so much. I will let it go. Did that come out at all? That's exactly.
So on behalf of the Founders Club members that I just read, 26 unbelievably amazing people in the community who support the community. I am honored to present $26,000 to you, Tom, and friends.
No, being a member of the Friends, we're all volunteers, and we have a little trouble sometimes of raising a little bit of money that we need for the programs for the kids. So with this money, with this program, it will benefit the young kids greatly, you know. So we really appreciate it.
And Tom, you're not gonna bill cash this. But here are 26 checks that you can.
Thank you. We'll take them to the bank.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes, all of course.
Tom, if you want to.
Okay.
I'm going to wrap up our part of this meeting tonight. I just want to tell you a little bit about what we plan for
Awesome program.
implementation of this program. We are going to work together as library staff and friends of the library as a team. We already do for the most part. Alicia happens to be the liaison to the Friends of the Library. They will work with her contacts that she's already established, and they'll put the program together. So we already have a head start because of the work that we've done so far. We will also enlist Taryn Kincaid, who is our website guru. She doesn't know she's going to do this. She will likely design a webpage for us. If you haven't seen her work before, go to hiawathapubliclibrary.org. You can see Taryn's work and you can see how really cool it's going to look when she's done. Just to let you know, I'm retiring in 2 weeks. But who's counting? And I will continue my role in the Dolly Parton Imagination Library as a volunteer with the Friends. So you can't get rid of me. I also wanted to talk a little bit about how this program addresses the mission that we have at the library. And it's been part of our mission since forever, since we've been open. And that mission is to strengthen the community and improve the quality of life by providing resources and programs that foster the creation of young readers. Bingo, that's what this is. Again, we have a chance to bring books directly into people's homes. We think it's going to be transformational to have those children receive a book every month in the mail with their name on it. By the time, if they begin the program at birth and they graduate at age 5, they will have 60 books in their libraries already and 60 books is a substantial number of books to have in a home. Really substantial. Makes a lot of difference in literacy and growth and success in school. All of those things that we're hoping for children to achieve. So the timeline is that we are just now wrapping up our summer reading program, end of the month. And after that, we're going to focus full-time on Dolly Parton Imagination Library. I have to brag a little bit here. Our summer program for children had 1,281 registrants between ages 0 and 11, and 301 between ages of 12 to 17. That number right there is fantastic. We cannot, it's hard to get that age group into the library, but good job, you did it. So our timeline then, due to vacations and things at the library and a time like that, we believe that we'll be able to dive into this and start really looking at it about the middle of August, about August 14th. I'm sure some of us will be doing some kind of footwork in between, but that's the time where we plan to really get together as a team and decide how things are going to go and how things will run.
Just a couple of comments, Gina. Very critical with the timeline that she's talked about. And Alicia is just one absolute dynamite. She will really stay on top of it and make sure it happens. The funding is there.
Yes.
It will happen, and it's going to happen soon. But I think it's very important that we also recognize that what this is going to do with the 0 to 5 population is going to better prepare them, increase their literacy level, so that they're better prepared to enter pre-K and kindergarten at Nixon and Iowa. And I asked Jenny King back there if you could come forward for a second, because the bottom line is we can do all this, but it's where the rubber meets the road, as we say. And we, in fact, my friends, Carl Seffel, Tom Patterson, we had a quest to see what we could do to increase not just the literacy rate, but all those things that we learned from Jenny and Steve to prepare these little munchkins to be better prepared, if you will, for kindergarten. So, Jenny, if you would just speak a little bit about how this is going to impact your program and maybe fill some of the gap that we place around children.
We spoke last time I was here about how this program will really benefit not just the children ages 0 to 5, but the engagement with the families. So parents will be sitting with their children and having those family conversations. And then I extended that to say there are older siblings who are caring for their little siblings who will be engaged in these conversations and being able to practice their reading. So it's not just impacting the literacy of those ages 0 to 5, but it's really impacting the entire family. We talked about how the increase in just access to vocabulary. Learners and children who have come to kindergarten with very minimal, maybe 400 word vocabulary, with 60 books in their library at home before they even step foot on an elementary campus, their vocabulary is going to be significantly increased, which helps with their literacy and really their overall learning in school. They won't have to learn all this new vocabulary because they'll have already had exposure to it. And just the connection that families will have to the importance of, they'll see the books and they'll see that this is an important part of a child's development. Because I do believe there are some families that they maybe didn't have books when they were younger and they just don't know what they don't know. So being able to sit there with the child, with the book and have the conversation and have the child recognize this is a word and this is the way the book is held. And I noticed some of these words are, oh, that word starts with my first letter, my name. These are all pre-reading skills that are going to really positively impact our students as they come into kindergarten at Nixon at Hiawatha. So I'm really excited have this program. I'm really grateful for the community and for everybody that's helping to fund it, because it is going to directly impact the work that I can do with my children at Nixon and what Stephen's able to do with his students at Hiawatha, in our kids in our community. So thank you for all of your dedication to this and for helping to help raise this and put it all together. And maybe it took 5 years, but but I'm so glad it's even becoming a reality now. So thank you.
Thank you very much. So, I'm excited about it. I think everybody's excited about it. So let's make it happen.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Great job. All right. Number 9. So A, consider first reading.
So moved.
Got that?
Mhm.
Roll call, please.
Amy Wickendall,
Aye.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Jerry Moinkle,
Aye.
Steve Dodson.
B, consider waiving second and third reading.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
C, consider adoption.
Second.
And roll call.
Steve Dodson,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall,
Aye.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Jerry Moinkle.
Aye.
Number 10, 2022 Robbins Road Water Main Replacement Project. A, consider resolution approving what am I doing?
Acquisition.
Acquisition plans and establish a water main estimate to be used in
To accommodate.
accommodate the Robbins Road utility easement to be used to accommodate Robbins Road water main reconstruction project. We have a
So moved.
Second.
discussion? Roll call.
Jerry Moinkle,
Aye.
Steve Dodson,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall,
Aye.
Rob Archibald.
And
Aye.
B, consider resolution accepting temporary construction easement on a portion of the property in connection with the Robbins Road water main reconstruction project.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Jerry Moinkle,
Aye.
Steve Dodson,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall.
Aye.
Number 11, consider resolution authorizing and directing East Central Iowa Council of Governments, ECI COG, to submit applications and assisted documents and funding for the Community Development Block Grant, Disaster Recovery Derecho Tree Replacement Program, and CDBG DR to the Iowa Economic Development Authority.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Amy Wickendall,
Aye.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Jerry Moinkle,
Aye.
Steve Dodson.
Aye.
Number 12, consider resolution approving and making award of contract for bid package number 1 for Hiawatha Fire Station number 2.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Exciting.
Get it done.
Get it done.
Yeah. Roll call.
Steve Dodson,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall,
Aye.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Jerry Moinkle.
Aye.
Okay, number 13, consider resolution authorizing the submittal of an application for the Iowa Department of Transportation Traffic Study Improvement Program, TSIP, for Boyson Road from Hawkeye Drive to Robbins Road.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
I need to work on that.
Yeah.
Try to figure out
It's
how to
done.
straighten that out.
Yep. And roll call.
Jerry Moinkle,
Aye.
Steve Dodson,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall,
Aye.
Rob Archibald.
Aye.
Number 14, consider resolution authorizing certification to the county treasurer office in collection of delinquent account of lawn care services performed by the city of Hiawatha for 1059 Robbins Boulevard.
Rainbow Boulevard.
Rainbow Boulevard, that's the one. Sorry.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
And discussion? I think that's it.
I hate to see things get to this point, but it's
Yeah.
clear that we've given them numerous chances to pay, so it's unfortunate.
Well,
Unfortunately, it doesn't happen very often.
well, that's the thing, you know, how many times have we done this? I mean, hasn't
For
been,
nothing.
yeah, forever. So, yeah. So impressive on that part, but it's sad we got to this point. Okay, roll call.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Jerry Moinkle,
Aye.
Steve Dodson,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall.
Number 15, consider resolution authorizing certification to the county treasurer's office in collection with delinquent account of sidewalk maintenance program repair performed by the city of Hiawatha for 1348 Rainbow Boulevard.
Second.
Discussion?
Cut, copy, and paste previous comments.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Ditto.
Yep. Roll call.
Amy Wickendall,
Aye.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Jerry Moinkle,
Aye.
Steve Dodson.
Aye.
Last one. Number 16, consider resolution authorizing certification to the county treasurer office in collection of delinquent account of sidewalk maintenance program repair performed by the city of Hiawatha for 1255 Crest Parkway. Well, they're on the wrong street.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Steve Dodson, Amy Wickendall,
Aye.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Jerry Moinkle.
Aye.
Number 17, consider resolution appointing to be determined to fill the vacancy of city council. And who wants to take the lead on this?
Mark does.
I can go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
So obviously, really fortunate to have 4 people express interest, and I think they're all very great candidates. They all have, different backgrounds that would bring a unique perspective. I think that Jeff Caterer, his willingness to step up and run previously in the 2022 council election, obviously he was unsuccessful, but since then he's continued to be involved. Planning and Zoning Commission, he's Fire Station 2 Commission, he's been involved with some code review updates with Planning and Zoning. So I would make a motion to move forward with Jeff Caterer based on those reasons.
Well, thank you, Rob. Anybody else?
I would second that.
Okay, we got a motion and a second, so we will now take a vote.
Excuse me,
Well,
Mr.
well,
Chair,
well,
now would be a good time to ask for any further discussion on this.
okay. Is there any further discussion that would be, anybody would want to? Okay, if not, we will take a vote. Can we do that by roll call?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Jerry Moinkle,
Aye.
Steve Dodson,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall,
Aye.
Rob Archibald.
Aye.
All right, well, then Jeff will be our council member till November, Mark? Is that
Obviously,
for the rest of the year, but,
Election.
right,
yes.
but then,
And I really hope that all 4 of these individuals all run for council in November, because that'd be great to see all these people. They have great backgrounds, and I think all of them would be a great addition.
absolutely. Very, very fortunate that we had 4 that was
Yeah, very, very good quality
candidates, yeah.
It is a tough decision for the council to make, to only choose one.
Right.
But we do have some openings coming up this fall, and I
Yep.
absolutely would encourage everyone
Encourage him.
to consider running this fall also.
And there's other ways too, if you'd like. I know Jeff had been members of other different boards and commissions. Those are other great ways to be involved in the city and start there. I know a number of people start there before running for council as well. So it could also be another avenue. But yes, don't lose that passion for civic engagement and continue to be involved in this great city. There's so many different ways to help out.
All right, thank you very much. Placement for items on the agenda or work session?
Do we have a work session on the calendar?
Not yet. We're working on one. We've got a lot of code changes coming out of community development as far as updating language in our ordinances and aligning them with the comprehensive plan review that was recently completed this spring. So right now I'm waiting to hear back from Pat to see what the time estimate is for that length of the meeting, but we will probably look to the second or third week in August at potentially having a work session. So I'll get some information out to you as soon as I know a little bit more, but just know that that's on the radar for right now.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Anything else for the good of cause? No?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor of adjourning?
Aye.
Aye.
We are officially adjourned at 6:14. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.